Everyone, okay, let's talk about content. So the one thing I get asked a lot is, Nick, what do I post? And when do I post it? So one of the biggest things that I find is when you've got no stock, it's very hard to be inspired and think, what kind of content do I put out that's not going to be spam? So what we're going to do today, we're going to have a look at a couple of things. So we're going to have a look at some content you can put out. So I've got about 30 ideas. Now, you don't need to be the master at every single topic. If you pick 4 or 5 and run with that, we're going to go through how by just picking 4 or 5 pieces of content and doing them really well can actually give you a bit of a path and also take your mind off what to post when you've got no stock. So we are going to talk about your just listed, solds, leased and testimonials. We're also going to look at a couple of other ideas as well. And we're also going to look at a bit of a schedule. And at the end of this, I'm going to talk to you about what we can be doing now for Christmas. So as you know, we're about 6 weeks before we shut up shop. So we'll go over what we can be doing in the next 6 weeks to start to progress your pipeline so as you've got stock to come back to in 2021. So what we're going to do is we're just going to share the screen for a second. And I hope you can all see this. This is the 30 content ideas that every agent or agency can use. So here's a couple of blank pages. So if you do want to print this out and take some notes, that's fine. And we'll come into the first content example. So just before we get into different pieces of content, just wanted to talk to you guys about some stopping the scroll material. So this particular image here, this is of Chelsea. Now, Chelsea was January 8th last year. This picture and this caption catapulted my business. So what I did was I put this image, it went out as an email, it went up on social media, and as you can see in the caption, it talks about mummy and daddy said, I'm getting a little baby brother, so we need a bigger house. Now, as you can see in the text there, we're talking about the story around this property and this family. So Jane and Christian are pregnant, little Jessie's due in March, they need a bigger home, they're in Elizabeth Bay, they've got a balcony that overlooks Fitzroy Gardens, etc. And then it actually says, if you'd like some more information on the property, the link's in bio to go through to the property listing on the agent's website. Imagine this versus a lounge room photo. For someone that is not in transactional mode, this may stop them in the scroll, whereas a lounge room or the front of the house won't. We've got the next one. So what is this? No need to argue about anything. We've already done that for you. So we all know when you're renovating a property, and I've done it a couple of times, I've watched my parents do it and some friends, sometimes there's a bit of disagreements over colours and bits and pieces like that. So this is the story of a couple, and I know people say, the vendors don't tell people what they're selling. It's not always a big deal. This particular story here, they bought a property. I think the husband got a really good job offer in Queensland. They renovated this to be their dream home, young couple. So, had all the things that young couples like. And then they had to sell it and move to Queensland. So they were talking about how he got his man cave and his wife got the beautiful big walk-in robe. So these are little things that people do argue about, the kitchen size or the garage or the parking for the bike or, the extra bedroom or the nursery or whatever it is. It's using day-to-day things that people resonate with in your marketing. This one here, I can't really remember the face. This was when we'd leased something, I think it was, and that's how excited the tenant was. And there's a couple of examples here. This little fella, as you can see, he's running with the keys. He's coming out of a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment in Newtown and moving to the Southern Highlands, but it actually talks about, the 100 square metre apartment and things like that. So it's scroll stopping material. So the one thing, and we are starting to come into the different content side of things, as agents, we're very good at selling our results, but not what we do very well. So this image here, this is a property I sold at 15 of 27 Johnston Street in Annandale about a year or so ago. And as you can see by the 4 images, so this image was taken when I went and appraised the property. So actually there's the homeowner there. And from the first sight, I knew that we had to get some work done for this property. So I thought it was worth about $450,000 at the time. The owner was happy to spend a little bit of money. So what we suggested, I had my property stylist come through. And as you can see here, We changed the floorboards to a lighter colour. We repainted, so you can see straight away it was a lighter. All of a sudden, the apartment was a lot lighter and brighter. So where the apartment was facing, there was a big building next door, which made it very dark, and it was at the back of the building. So every time I went there, it was quite dark. So we needed to do everything we could to lighten it up. Then obviously we had the property styling. And then we had the professional photography. So what I did was I took the photo, as you can see there, from the same angle all the way through the process. Now, what does this show? Well, something like this. If I go to a vendor, you can print this out and say, righto, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, this is what we're going to do in the lead up to getting your property ready for sale. It's not just about getting, you know, the photographer to come through and put up the signboard out the front. There's a lot of work that goes into getting a property ready for market. And again, this is the same property. This is the bedroom. So I think we had to recarpet the bedroom. We put the styling in and we had the property professionally photographed. And everyone loves a before and after. You know, I'm from Newcastle originally. I love Sydney. I live in Sydney's east, and I come down New South Head Road and I can see the tip of the Harbour Bridge. And for me, it's always a reflection of, wow, you know, I'm here. I'm living my dream, living in an area I love. But we all love seeing what our local area was like versus what it looks like now. And these images are very easy to find. You've just got to go on Google and type it in. So guys, this here is your 30 content ideas for social media posts. So as you can see, we've got our traditional just listed, sold, leased, the market wraps and things like that and tips, but there's also a lot of other things in here that you can do. So like I said, there's the before and after. You can have some personal shots, you know, some local one-on-one or just, you know, around the office bits and pieces. Before and after, what have we got? Charity stuff, inspirational contests, your open homes, birthdays, latest news updates, things like that, property anniversaries, fun facts, throwbacks, anything with a puppy is gold. Blooper videos, don't be afraid to show you behind the scenes. Don't be afraid to show those images. Like I showed you the one with the owner a couple of slides ago. Hey guys, this is coming soon. You don't always have to just rely on the one image for a property. As you can see there, I think I did use each of them along the way, each image along the way. Hey guys, new listing coming soon. We've just painted and got new floorboards on our latest listing coming soon, still no address. Styling has gone in, photos gone in. You do that with 3 or 4 properties, boom, all of a sudden, you look like you've got a lot of stuff going on. So that's what I mean as far as we sell our results, but not what we do very well. So especially now, like we touched on coming into Christmas, this is the kind of stuff I'd love to see you guys doing and pushing out there as far as saying, properties don't just appear on the market. If you are thinking of selling in 2022, in the early 2022, don't forget a lot of people go away pretty much from mid-December. So we've got about 4 weeks left. So what I'd be encouraging is putting things out to the effect of buyers don't stop looking. Get your property photographed before the Christmas decorations go up. Get your inspection reports done. So your pest and building and strata inspections, get your contract for sale drawn up, because if a property, if you do transact while solicitors are away, agents still have the power to facilitate the deal. If you do find a buyer that's interested and you've got the photos there ready to go, buyers don't necessarily want to see your Christmas decorations. They want to see their home, not yours. So getting the photos done before the decorations go up not only shows that aspect of it, it also doesn't date the photos either. So if you're coming back and you're looking to go on the market in January, February, all of a sudden February, if it's got Christmas decorations in it, it looks like it's been hanging around for a while. So try not to get Christmas decorations in any photos. And also a good idea for that is we are expecting, as always, a lot of properties to hit the market after the long weekend in January. So some owners, what I always used to do was hit the launch button quickly, so within the first week or 2 of the new year. So you want to have everything ready to go, because photographers and pest and building inspectors and things like that may still be on holiday. So you don't want to run the risk, A, of them not being available to do it, and B, having to wait because there's such an influx of people who are looking to get stuff done. Okie doke. So the next one is mapping out your calendar. So like I said, with those 30 tips that we just had a look at, you don't need to be an expert with all of them. Now, if you've got no stock, pick 4 or 5. And as we can see here in the calendar, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. A fun fact on Monday. Now, Monday is traditionally a very low time on social media. Okay, so everyone goes back to work and this, that, and the other. It's a very low engaging time. Now, speaking of times, the most active people is between 4 to 8 a.m. and about 6 to 10 p.m. at night. So if you're putting content out during the middle of the day, it's going to get lost. I'm not saying don't do it, but you're more than likely you're going to get lost. Friday afternoon, again, is a very quiet time for engagement. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights are generally the best. So if you've got a bit of an idea, and again, having those 4 or 5 different pieces of content, you can create your templates in Canva or Adobe or whatever program you're using. And all of a sudden, it's like, okay, you know what? I've got to do 4 fun facts, 4 top tips, 4 testimonials, and 4 weekend open homes for the month. And you can smack through them pretty quickly because you've just got to change the text. Now, I've put there, very surprisingly, the open homes on a Thursday. The reason being is everybody smashes out their open homes on a Friday. That's standard. But again, you can get lost in the noise, and people generally know by Friday night what properties they want to go and inspect. So guys, if you look at something like this, all of a sudden, as it says here, that gives you a total of 20 posts for the month, and you haven't really had to think about it too much. Okay, you can find, like, again, you can go to Google, you can get top tips, you've got testimonials, you can reuse things, all that kind of stuff, your open homes, whether that's sale or rental, this, that, and the other, throw in an agent profile or a suburb update or something like that. There's 20 posts already without any listings or sales or leases. So that should hopefully help if you've got Monday, I know, top tips going out. Tuesday, a fun fact, whatever your plan is, you know that you've got content going out consistently. Now, I'm not going to go through absolutely all of this stuff here. What I am going to do is I am going to make this booklet available to download in your agent portal. So if you are one of our members, this booklet is going to be available for you to download and print out and use at your leisure. So very quickly, how can I grow my audience? Now, what I used to do, as you can see, my Facebook details, and you obviously have to check with your marketing manager or your head office if this is allowed. What I did was I put my social media icons on my signboards or stickers. What that allowed me to do was, yes, of course, people aren't going to push on a sold sticker and your Instagram is going to come up, but believe it or not, people may not even know to go to your socials unless they're prompted. And again, you can upload your contact details from your CRM into the back of Facebook and create lookalike audiences. And we're going to go through that in a tick. I used to also put them on the bottom of my DLs and also join community groups as well. Now, joining community groups doesn't mean that you spam your community groups with your listings. People don't go on community groups to see real estate. Now, I live in Rushcutters Base and my local area is Potts Pointers. This has now grown to about 15,000 members. If we have a look, and I can't see without my glasses, if we have a look at Bondi Local Loop, there's about 100,000 people there. Northern Beaches, there's about 87,000 people in that one. So everywhere generally has their local market pages. Get in there and talk to your local people. Doesn't always have to be about real estate. You can throw things in there every now and then, but you will turn a lot of people off and you may even get banned if you start spamming. Always ask permission from admin if it's okay. Now, most of these pages, they have to get approved before they get posted. So getting on the good side of admins is always going to be a plus. Now, again, won't go into all of this. Like I said, this will be available in the portal for our members to download this booklet, but it will teach you how to download a database and upload it into the back of your Facebook. Okay, so your audience was uploaded. Here's how it works. It's actually going to show you how your database gets uploaded into Facebook, how it matches, and how a lookalike audience is created. This is something, again, if you'd like to take it to, put it in your listing presentation. We did an ad for 7 days, as you can see, in January, February this year. We spent $100 on the ad. 600 link clicks, but 46,000 people saw that ad in that person's local marketplace. Now, the frequency, they saw it 4.21 times. Now, that means on average, everyone seen the ad about 4 times in 7 days. Now, imagine something like this. If I come to you and say, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I know you're speaking with X agent and Y agent. I know our marketing and commissions are pretty much the same. What I like to do while we're getting ready for market is, can I run, based on this campaign that we've recently run, can I run a social digital media campaign? Because I'd love to get you in front of close to 50,000 people and get about a couple of hundred people interested in your property for less than $100. That has worked wonders for a lot of our clients. Now, lead generation ad, we did cover this in an earlier video. So what I've done there is I've actually put that in print for you guys to show you what it looks like, some, what do you call it, results, but also how they look in Facebook and how you can find them. And again, there's another example of a pre-market campaign. I think we spent, what was that, $20, 172 link clicks, and it reached close to 2,500 people. Again, showing you where the leads go in the back of Facebook. So guys, that's it for today. So that is basically this different kind of content that you can use at any given time. And also, if you're struggling to put a bit of a strategy together, how to set up a bit of a calendar. So even if it's something to take the pressure off, Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to do this bit of content. And then your listings, sold, leases, agent testimonials and results, open homes and things like that, just go in over the top. But there's no harm in doubling up your content, but it's making sure that you've always got something to go out. So guys, I hope that adds some value. Like I said, this document will be available to download in the agent portal. If I can help you in any way, please get in touch, and I'd love to have a chat with you soon. Cheers, guys.